What are stocks? This particular topic may be something which is trivial for certain people, but something which is very thought provoking for a lot of people, right? And shares are created in a private limited company right from day one. I mean, when the company is formed, there are shares which are created, which means the directors or the owners of the company actually own those shares. And when it remains as a private limited company, the owners, the founders, the promoters do have this mindset, yes, this company is mine, right? So I am actually holding the share, so it's actually mine. So obvious, whenever you have more than 51 percentage of the company, so you become an absolute owner of the company, right? And whoever is having less than 50 percentage, they are all primarily the shareholders. And the shareholders have all the right to know most of the information, or at least the annual report of the company, so which means primarily they can go through the yearly performance of the organization, right? Here we are going to talk about the companies which are listed in the share market, right? And at some point of time, when the company is growing aggressively, growing really well, there is a large requirement of funds. And also, initially, there may be a lot of people who might have supported the company for growth. I mean, they might have put in their money. It may be individuals, it may be other investment companies who might have put in that money. So the company has a responsibility to return those money, right? I mean, more than responsibility, it is good to do that. So then the company decides to go for an initial public offering. So, which means the company is matured enough to list it on various stock exchanges. Whenever they get listed on a stock exchange, that is when the public can buy the shares. Correct? I am sure you should have seen in almost all these advertisements which is being released. Whenever there is advertisement for initial public offering, it will say this is actually the face value or the initial value of the stock. Say a 10 rupees stock can be sold at 800 rupees, can be sold at 500 rupees. And how they arrive at that kind of price, it is, I mean, multiple factors, primarily what the market can accept, right? And none of the IPOs will come when the market is a bear market, right? And when the market is a bull market, when the sentiments are really good, then a lot of IPOs will hit the market because the public mindset is charged up. So they will go and subscribe, buy all the shares. You may see some of the shares have been subscribed 3 times, 4 times, and there are also very surprising or shocking stories. So Infosys kind of companies were undersubscribed. I mean, there were enough public were not buying their shares when they went in for the IPO first time. You want to believe it? That's a fact. So to that extent, we are not really aware about certain companies when they come to public. And it's not that all companies are good, because most of the companies come into the public when the time is completely favorable to them, not favorable to you as a buyer. But still, you don't have choice. A lot of people buy at IPO, buy at the initial public offering time, and then they own that stock. And once it becomes a publicly listed company, right? I mean, the company can decide to use the funds in many ways. They can decide to use the money for expanding the business. That is one. They can decide to buy out the shares of the existing shareholders. That can be number two. They may decide to close out some of the debts, which is like high cost debts, right? I mean, they may be paying a lot of interest on some of the loans what they might have taken. So they may pay off those loans using this money, right? But the initial public offer document must have to describe all these things very clearly. But unfortunately, most of the people who go in for subscribing to the IPO never read all those things, right? They just go by the news, they just go by the hype, they just go by whatever they hear from the friends, and they see some reviews in some magazines. They say, oh, this is actually a very good IPO, maybe you can go for it. Then it gets oversubscribed most of the times, and sadly, post the listing, you may see it may even come down half the price, one third of the price. All those things have happened in the past, and there are many people who just do a gambling around this time, because what we call it as a listing gains. Whenever a stock is listed, immediately it's just because of the hype. People who have not got it, I mean, many factors operate in a market. So there is a gain, and then they sell it and come out of it and feel really good about it. But understand this, all these things are just luck. Luck can never be repeated. Strategy can be repeated. I will repeat it. Luck can never be repeated. A strategy can be repeated. So when you have to be successful in stock investing, your strategy is very, very important. You need to understand your strategy is so important. So let us understand more about the price. When you take the price of a stock, what is that? It is just the mood of the market, nothing more than that. It is never the true reflection of the actual value of the company. Are you getting it? So if the market feels really good, maybe the price may shoot up even 10%, 20% just in one single day. It has happened in the past. Similar to that, there are times the price may drop drastically just because some bad news have come in about the stock. So again, that may not be anything to do with the performance of the company. And like how Warren Buffett asked this question, say you own a real estate, you never go and check the price every day, correct? It sounds very, silly, right? You can't go and check the price of your house every day and feel, oh, this is what my price, can I sell today? It never works that way. But why for stocks you do that? Because it's just because it's liquid, and you just see somebody else is making money, right? And understand this, the moment you get into the mindset of buying, selling without any strategy, you will definitely lose money, right? So just to understand more about stock, you need to look at it as you are the owner of the company. If you are the owner, how will you see the company? There are two ways in which you can see the company. You can see from outside or you can see from inside. The moment when you buy a stock, you need to see the company from inside. Unless otherwise, you put in a lot of efforts to understand much deeper about the financials of the company, which means you need to know how to understand that. And understand a lot of efforts to dig and analyze certain things. Owning a stock just based on news will not lead you anywhere. Take it very, very clear. So how to analyze, how to understand what are all the very common mistakes what investors do, all those things we will definitely review it in the future. Right now you understand this logic very, very clear. If you own a stock, you need to see yourself as the owner of the company. Got it? Even one stock, you are part of the owners of the company. So why it is so important? The moment you understand or see a company as a owner, the way you look at it, your perspective completely changes. You start understanding things at a longer time frame. You start understanding, seeing things very differently. You start giving weightage for the corporate governance. You start giving weightage for the management, who is running the organization, right? You start understanding more about them. So those things matters a lot, makes you more successful when it comes to investing. So we will go and dig deeper into each and every aspect of these so that you get the basics right. So I'll be calling this as the basics of stocks. So do subscribe to my channel, Wealth Vidya Academy. So this we can call it as lesson 1 on stocks.